Welcome to day 11 of my summer stick mobility program. Today is groundwork, so we're going to be down on the floor working our core. You need one stick, I'm using the shorter stick, and you'll also need a long loop resistance band, otherwise known as a pull-up band. I'll leave a link in the description below for where you can get both of those items along with discount codes. Now, this is our last week of this program, and it's all about play and exploration. So have fun, try new things, explore. That is the whole goal. Grab your mat and let's get to it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, like this video, and be sure to come back for our very last day in this summer stick mobility program, day 12. Starting this workout with a little warm-up, you're going to grab that stick, pressing it right at 12 o'clock. We want to warm up the core, make sure it's actually engaging. So often people say, their core just doesn't really want to turn on. So let's turn it on before we get started. I'm going to stand at a 3/4 position for you. All you're doing is pushing that stick down into the ground. Grip starts to work. Spread the earth with your feet. Tuck that pelvis under. Oh, hello core, and now it's on. So we're just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to think about continuing to hold that core as you start to rock the hips side to side. Pushing that stick down, core is engaged, feet are spreading the earth. Let's go for 2 more. 1 and 2. Just to start to feel this turn on, right? Another big thing is when we want to use the core, we can't have our ribs spread wide open. You want to think about a nice big exhale. Get into this kind of position. So I'm going to bring the stick over to my right side. So it's at about 3 o'clock. And again, we're pressing that stick down into the ground. Feet are spreading the earth, tuck that pelvis under, push that stick down, other hand is not working, but you're still engaged. Now you're really feeling that whole right side line working. Press that stick down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to add on with those little hip shifts, forward or side to side. Tucking that pelvis under. Shoulders packed down. Let's go for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we're going to do this on the other side. So the stick is now at about 9 o'clock. I'm going to just turn to the side so you can see from this angle. It's as if I am between 2 panes of glass, right? I don't need to have my butt sticking out. I want to keep it nice and tight here. Squeeze the glutes, spread the earth with your feet, push that stick down. Notice that left side line turns on. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press those hips out. They stay in between the 2 panes of glass. We've got 3 more. 1. Still pushing that stick down. Last one. And relax. Since we are doing a core workout, there will be a lot of hips because we're on the ground. I just want to warm up those hips a little bit. So I'm going to bring that stick to about 1 o'clock. My feet are together. I really want the bottom end of the stick to be closer to my body. And now I'm going to lift my knee up and try to create sort of it might be a figure 8, it might be kind of a circle, it might be kind of a weird shape, honestly, depending on how your hips do and how my hips do today. So lifting that knee up, pressing the stick down into the ground. I want to avoid touching the stick with my knee. Still trying to face forward. So I don't want to touch the stick with my knee, but I want to go from one side to the other. Let's go for 2 more. Whew, definitely warms up the hips really quickly. Over to that other side. This is my left side. Stick is now at about 11 o'clock, bottom end pointing in. This side is definitely my goofy side. It does not work the same. It just doesn't always know what it wants to do or what I'm telling it to do. It doesn't know how to do that as well. So wherever your knee lands, it doesn't have to be high up in the air. Try to keep that hip facing forward as much as possible, even though you are opening up the hip out to the side. Whoop. Let's go for 2 more. So hard. Okay. Whew. Feel that in your glutes, hips. Okay. We're gonna bring that stick behind your back. And you wanna make sure you have enough space to turn side to side. So nice wide stance, as wide as is comfortable for you. Feet are facing forward or maybe out to about a 45-degree angle. Soft bend in the knees. You're gonna turn once, twice, 3 times. Try to drop that stick down close by your foot or somewhere on that one side, and then bend the opposite knee, look up towards the ceiling, stretch, open up, unbend the knee, return to center. Here we go for 1, 2, 3, drop it down, open up. These just feel amazing. 1, 2, 3. I'm using a shorter stick, so I might not have as much range here, and that's okay. It's not really about how far to the side the stick ends up going. It's still just about warming up the body. Let's go for 1 more on each side. Last one here. Nice. Release that stick, set it down. So this workout is all about using a resistance band on the stick. And today, we are using a long loop resistance band. They're also called pull-up bands, but it's definitely a long loop. Last workout, we used really heavy, short, like mini resistance bands. Today, you do not need it to be really, really heavy. This is, I'd say, a medium. You want anywhere between a medium and a light weight band, because this is gonna be hard. If you get a really heavy band, you won't be able to do something like a dead bug and really kick your leg out. So better to start with a lighter weight band and then move to heavier as you get more comfortable with the exercises. So the great thing is, it's super simple. You're just gonna bring each end of the band around the stick so that you have, oh, no. There we go. You have one band here. Kind of like creating a bow and arrow. And then you're going to slide it down to wherever is comfortable for you. So you have 2 pieces of band that are going to go up against your feet. I usually recommend being barefoot whenever you do a workout, because your feet give you so much information, and it really helps to start to work them in every different way that you can, because they have grip too. This is one of the very few workouts that if your feet are really sensitive, especially the bottoms of your feet, I might recommend that you wear shoes, because you are going to have these bands up against your feet. So take a second. If this becomes too much for you, feel free to put shoes on. There's lots of barefoot type shoes that are really great options for that. So first exercise is a bow and arrow dead bug. We're going to be having the stick up against our knees, our feet go in between the band and the stick. If you find that the stick or the bands are moving a lot for you, you can just kind of put your index finger and your middle finger between on either side of the band to keep it in place. So coming down onto your back, you're gonna come up into that tabletop position. Feel free to adjust the band as needed. We get to relax our heads down on the ground, thinking about that tabletop position, right? So you don't want to have your legs too high up and all of a sudden you lose contact with the stick. So this is the goal, maintaining contact with the stick without letting it get too wobbly, right? So we're doing 15 reps per side. Here we go. 1, 2, more about being slow and steady here, making sure you have contact, making sure everything feels right. More on each side. So you want to make sure that the stick is maintaining contact evenly. So I have that sticker of my stick mobility stick. I know where the middle is. 10 more. Two. Really maintaining contact with the small of my back and the ground. Breathing. Five more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Staying here, we're going to add on. I want you to turn your palms facing you. You're going to do a nice little curl upward. So thinking about lifting your head and shoulders off the ground. If this becomes too much for you, you can always go back to the ones that we just did. You're going to curl that stick in towards your body. And here we go for 5 more on each side. 1. Try to maintain that tabletop without a stick as feedback. 3, 4, last one. 5. Whew. Take a second, take a breath. Great job. Moving into some leg lifts. So you may have seen these exercises before. We're just playing around with them, adding this band, adding this stick to make it a little bit different. And the resistance really does make a huge difference. So bringing your legs out straight. You're going to hold on to that stick. And all you're doing is a leg lift, but you're maintaining contact with that stick. So the more you pull the stick in, up to your body, up towards your hips, the more you have a little bit of assistance in that lift, right? Here we go. We've got 15, trying to maintain contact with the small of your back. And floor. 10 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there. 9 and 10. Go ahead, set your legs down, take a breath. We're gonna add on. We've got 5 reps. We're at the bottom and the top. You're gonna try and open your feet outward so that your feet are pulling away from one another. Find that hollow body position. Pull your feet out gently, lift up, pull out. It's a tiny move. 2, 3, almost there. 4, whew, inner thighs working. 5, let that stick pull you up. Beautiful job. Moving into a little boat position. So I love how the stick just kind of stays there with this band. So again, the band, both bands are against your feet. You can arrange them if you want. You're going to be holding onto the stick. You're going to be holding a boat position with your legs up in the air. Here we go. Knees together, feet together. If you find that this is really, really, really hard on your hips, and they click and they pop, totally normal. Mine do it too, as long as it doesn't hurt. It's okay, but feel free to take a break if you need to, right? There's no rush here. So also, if you want, turning this way, if it helps, you can bring your heels together, toes away from each other in this position, and it'll give you a little bit of relief on the hips. So while we're in the process of doing these exercises, that's another great option. So we're gonna kayak. Here we go. Holding onto that stick, finding that boat position, knees together, ankles together, and I want you to draw a circle like you would when you kayak. 1, 2, nice and slow, steady. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost there, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. Take a breath. We gotta do those going the reverse way. One way will be really easy for you and feel pretty natural. The other may not. That's totally okay. Normal. Find that position. Here we go. In the reverse, we're backing up in that kayak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, more than halfway now, 9, 10, 11, whew, hips on fire, 13, 14, and 15. Whew. Take a second, grab some water if you need it. We have 2 more exercises, and then we'll get into a cool down. So really just about playing and finding new ways to create with the sticks. So this next one I call a scissor circle. Same positioning. I'm gonna come all the way down onto the ground. Head is resting on the ground. I'm gonna bring my legs up, pulling that stick away from my feet. So arms are working here. And I'm gonna bring one foot down, kick out, circle up, toes go back in, other side. 1, 2, 3, 15 doesn't sound like a lot until you're in it. Here we go, 4, 10 more. Making sure those shoulders are packed down. 9. Ooh. 9. This is 8. 7. Whew, arms are burning. 6. 5 more. Come on, y'all. We got this. 4. 3. Oh, yeah. 2. Last one on each side. Oh, take a breath, take a second. Shake those hands out. One last exercise. And this one is a combo move. So, starting out with your legs extended long. Again, when you pull that stick in, it's really going to assist you in some places. So, you can pull that stick in, forward fold, because it feels so, so good. And then, as you're pulling that stick, leaning back, allowing it to give you that assist to pull your legs up and over into a plow. You don't have to touch your feet down to the ground, just wherever you can get. And now you're going to try and jackknife up, lift up, and then slowly, slowly roll yourself down. Let the stick pull you forward into that forward fold. That's 1. 14 more. Plow up and over. Jackknife up. Find control. This is really hard to be resisting. Slow. For that forward fold. 2. Plow up and over. Notice if you're getting a little farther already. Pull those legs up. Try and create a nice straight line. 3. Plow. Woo. Jackknife. 4. 'So the stick is adding a lot of resistance. 5, we've got 10 more here. Plow. Ooh. If you find you can't get your hips up all the way, that's okay. All of this is great work, and you may notice that when you take the band off, you actually get much straighter than you thought you did before. 9 more. Feel free to walk your way back if you have been sort of walking forward like me. Plow. Jackknife. Slow. Try and have control as you roll down. 8 more. 7. Keep breathing through each element of this exercise. 6 more. Almost there. 4 more. 3. Ooh. 'Plow, jackknife, and slowly lower. Last one of these, here we go. Last jackknife of the day. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly, slowly roll down. Oh, forward fold. Beautiful job. Oh, great work. You can come out from in between that band and the stick. We're gonna let that band, set that band aside. Oh my goodness, feeling great, definitely warm. So getting into a little pigeon just because it feels really good. And it's really important to always be working to open up those hips, especially after work like this, where you feel how tight they are and how much they're working to stabilize. So if you want, you can add on by grabbing the stick. So bringing the stick in towards your body. You can walk your hands up, try to look up towards the top of the stick, and really just press yourself open and upward, so it's just giving you an assist to stay up. One more nice deep breath. And then you can walk your way down, push that stick out a ways, and fold over your front leg. Breathe. We've got 3 breaths here. Walking yourself up that stick. You're gonna bend that back knee, switch sides. One side is probably going to be different than the other. If you need an assist, you can always put a cushion or a block or a bolster underneath your knee, your hips, wherever it feels right for you to make sure that this is not painful. So bringing the bottom end of the stick in close to that front leg, reaching up high, looking up towards the top of the stick, trying to get both hips in line. Breathe. Whew. Relaxing that back leg. Walking that stick out just a little bit. And fold over that front leg. This is a really great assist if you do not fold all the way down to the ground, but even if you do, it's really helpful to just have and hold on to. You can also feel, as I twist side to side, I can kind of get a nice stretch into my side body as well. One more breath, just like that. Walking yourself up the stick, bend that back knee, Scooch it in. Whew. We're going to bring the stick up against the corner of the wall. I'm going to lay down on my belly for a little cobra. So same concept. We're going to walk up that stick to stretch the abdominals. Only going as far as is comfortable to you. And if this is too much, you can always set the stick aside and do a cobra or a baby cobra without any equipment. So just pushing the stick into the wall, walking your hands up the stick only as much as feels comfortable for you. And lower down. Walk your hands down. Take a breath. Exhale, walk up. You can always add on with a little bit of a twist, side to side. And walk your hands down. One more, just like that. Walking up the stick into that cobra. Push your shoulders down, away from your ears. Breathe. Lower back down. Take a breath. Push yourself back into a child's pose. Whew. Great work here. I'm going to come down onto my back and do an assisted hip bridge. Final exercise for our cool down. That stick can be kind of right in line with your head. You're just pushing the stick into the anchor point to give you a little bit of an assist. Nice big breath. Inhale in, exhale. Press the stick into the wall, lift those hips up high. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. We've got 2 more here. Catching your breath, nice big inhale, and on that exhale, lift the hips, push the stick into the wall. Squeeze your glutes. And then slowly lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. 1 more, just like that. Inhale, exhale, lift. See if you can squeeze your glutes just a little bit more. Can you reach higher up towards the ceiling? And exhale, lower down. Whew. Shake those hands out. Roll yourself up to seated. Beautiful job today. Thanks so much for being here. I am having so much fun, and I can't believe we're nearing the end of this summer stick mobility program. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys have all been enjoying it. I know I have. I'd love to hear how you're doing in the comments. Reach out to me via my social media. And I can't wait to see you back here for day 12, the last day of this program. Thank you.